8 in 10 Americans say that the future of the nation causes them stress and anxiety. As of 2024, according to the American Psychological Association, it's actually the leading cause of significant stress for adults in America. When asked how the current political system affects them, adults commonly report hopelessness, despair, and anger. And these feelings are continuing to worsen over time, with more relationships strained now than before. As these problems grow more consuming, our elected representatives are often so tied up in partisan warfare that they remain unaccountable to us, their constituents. If you're feeling frustrated and helpless, you're not alone. And you're right, there is a major flaw in our governing system, and it stems from a government that no longer represents the people. You see, 70% of elections in the US go uncontested, meaning incumbents have no competition running against them. The races that are competitive are largely funded by special interests, and candidates are pressed to either side of the political extreme to appeal to their core voters in order to win primaries, which historically only the most dedicated base of voters participate in. We're trapped in a cycle of dysfunction, which is now coming to a head as we witness escalating political violence across America. However, there is something we can do about it. The Forward Party is a movement that is taking America by storm at a time when voters are more disenfranchised than ever. Forward is a grassroots movement that is building from the bottom up and building within each state to solve that state's unique problems. To tackle the democratic crisis that America faces today, we can't keep doing the same things. We need to be innovative. We need a new kind of party. But this is a tall order, one that has presented some insurmountable challenges for third parties in the past. So let's get into it. Alexander Hamilton wrote in the Federalist Papers, "The best measure of a good government is in its ability to produce a good administration." In such a broken system, it's pretty clear we do not have a good governing system right now, with the majority of Americans agreeing. That's where the Forward Party comes in. The Forward Party was created to address the broken system, this cycle of dysfunction that we talked about earlier. Our current electoral system has two dominant parties because of how it's structured. When a country has single-member districts, as in one representative for each legislative seat, and a winner-take-all system, one candidate wins everything once they have more votes than the other candidate, country's electoral system tends to favor two dominant parties. This is because the odds of winning an election go up if only two parties exist. Ergo, our electoral system actively discourages and stamps out competition from third parties because it helps the two major parties win. Because of how our entrenched political system favors our two major parties, there are very real obstacles that third parties and third-party candidates face. Some of these include the spoiler effect, or strategic voting phenomena, incumbency advantage, and systematic obstacles, like campaigns' finance restrictions and special interest interference. Despite all these obstacles, Americans still want more and better options. 72% of Californians say they want a new third party. Discontent with the political system and with the two major parties is at an all-time high. So what can we actually do about it? Forward is answering the call, and we're trying not to make the same mistakes as our predecessors. We aren't starting with a single flashy candidate or a singular policy cornerstone. We know the challenges we face in our electoral system, and we are tackling them by building a grassroots movement. We are values-based, not ideology-based, focused on responding to our state's biggest problems with citizen-led reform that addresses the root cause, starting with structural reform of our electoral and voting systems. We embrace diversity of opinion and background, and we don't force our candidates or membership to adhere to a strict, unchanging policy platform. In fact, we encourage candidates we endorse and forward membership to challenge the status quo and stand up for their communities, and we understand that there are not one-size-fits-all solutions to all of our community's problems. Iterative, innovative solutions that embrace the same nuance and diversity that make up our great nation are the bridge to a better, more harmonious future. California and all of America needs a new kind of politics. People are looking for courage, integrity, and meaning. So instead of constantly focusing on what we're fighting against, we're focused on what we're fighting for. A vibrant and harmonious community of integrity, justice, and opportunity, where the well-being of all people comes first. Society is advanced by unlocking people's creative potential. Californians have the security and means to pursue their dreams, and citizens have a restored belief in their power to make a difference. Our mission is to blaze the trail for a competitive, multi-party democracy in California, one in which Forward California is an option on the ballot, We are doing this through 3 avenues: by endorsing and electing candidates that uphold our values and put their communities first, by advancing data-driven, pragmatic solutions that improve everyday life for our communities, and by building a party through grassroots, volunteer-led action. We see ourselves as the organizational glue between reformists fighting for a better California. This includes candidates, nonprofits, and activists working to improve their communities all across our state at all levels of government. We do this through policy panels with experts, through interviewing community leaders and subject matter experts on their experiences, and through thorough research into data-backed, innovative solutions to our most complicated problems. But it doesn't stop there. Good policy is evolving policy. We aren't telling people how to feel. We're asking them what they need. Our policy building begins by listening and learning from our communities. We're learning from you and taking our approach through humble iterations that can change as society changes. A dynamic culture requires dynamic solutions, and we are engaged with the community to build helpful policies. We're building a party for the people, but to do that, we need the people to participate. We need everyday Californians to step up, make their voices heard, and lead their communities in spreading the word. We know how to fix the system, but we need your support to make it happen. It only takes 0.33% of Californians to change their registration to Forward Party to make us California's newest official political party. Together, we can blaze a new trail and show the nation that we're serious about ending the status quo and bringing competition back into our political system. We don't have to live in this constant state of political anxiety and dysfunction. Join us, and together, we can solve the problem.